It's beginning to feel a lot like spring.
And while these not-so-seasonal temperatures mean we're not seeing a lot of white this winter, it has some local businesses worrying about whether they'll see any green. News 8's Jenna Traum brings us the economic impact of the milder weather.
Mike and Lisa, some local businesses that rely on cold and icy weather are hoping we don't get a winter like last year, which was skimpy on the snow. The prospect of 2 years in a row of slow sales on winter items could leave a lot of unwanted merchandise sitting on their shelves.
There just aren't a whole lot of customers taking snow blowers up to the register lately at Ace Hardware. And this unseasonably mild weather has some local businesses who rely on the cold and snow sweating.
We've got the sleds out now, ready to go, but nobody's really looking at them right now.
Predicting supply and demand for winter gear is a tricky balance. Normally, store manager Dave O'Mara would look to previous years to figure out how much to stock. But the last 2 winters couldn't have been more different. Last winter, Crosse saw 21.5 inches of snow, but the winter before, nearly 65 inches of snow fell.
It's kind of like the stock market, I would guess. You know, you're not going to get guarantees of anything. Mother Nature makes the decision on that.
It may not feel a lot like December, but over at Two Brothers Power Sports, shoppers still have Christmas on the brain.
It could be 100 degrees outside and people are still buying gifts. They're buying sweatshirts, they're buying jackets, they're buying helmets, they're buying all that stuff that is snow related. Now, if we don't get the snow after Christmas, that's when you see things really slow down.
And unless Santa decides to replace Rudolph with a snowmobile, many of these toys will stay in the shop for now.
These businesses have a short window to sell their winter merchandise. Ace Hardware's manager tells me they start putting out those winter items in October, and then they start stocking their shelves with their spring merchandise in February.
Thank you, Jenna. If some of those winter items don't go flying off the shelves this season, Ace Hardware may store them for next year and mark them down. Cold weather merchandise can represent as much as a quarter of the store sales in December.